Hi there, my name is Beck, and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And we've actually had quite a bit of news recently about the upcoming Festive special. Well, actually, quite a bit is... No, we haven't. We haven't had quite a bit of news at all. We've had a real teeny tiny morsel. But, you know, for a starving person, a morsel is a meal. So I think we're making a meal. So, yeah, everybody's attention was taken by the headline that John Barrowman, Captain Jack, is back. I'm like, okay. I mean, he's been on Torchwood and Big Finish for forever. For me, it hasn't really felt like he went away. But I love John Barrowman. But it's not going to make me want to watch the show. But I think the bigger story... is that we got to get a better look at the redesigned Daleks. Which, you know, I think that's, honestly, I think that's probably a bigger deal. So we're going to be looking at the story, Radio Times, the wonderful shill that is Hugh Fullerton, paid in shillings, has done an article about it. I got all the pictures, the leaked pictures that we can look at together, and we can, you know, anticipate what these wondrous new Daleks are going to be like. Before we get there, though, can I ask you guys, you can hit the like button, can you hit the share button, can you hit that subscribe button? YouTube is being a bit freaky deaky with me right now. You know, it's with taking subscribers off. I really don't understand why, but they are. You know, I feel really good today because, like, today was a normal day where my subscribers went up like 7, right? So I'm like, which is kind of like average. But then every other day, YouTube takes off like 10 or 15. I'm like, why? I don't understand. So if you're subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, can you hit the subscribe button? Also, can you do me, like, the incredible, I'll teach you a Jewish word, chesed, an incredible chesed. Jewy words always have a ch in them. So, yeah, I was talking last night, I was on somebody's stream, I was explaining that it's our defense mechanism to make non-Jews choke to death by trying to speak our language. So chesed means just being nice, being kind. If you want to do something really, really great for me, can you click the link right below, and go to the email sign up list for my Indiegogo campaign, launching in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. There are two. Actually, I mean, you know, I buried the lead. There are actually 2 really, really good graphic novels that are going to be on sale. Even if you're not planning on making a purchase, the more people signing up, the better it is. That's really the bottom line. So you can click sign up, and you know what? Keep it in mind. Maybe you want to buy one. If you do join the mailing list, you do get a free gift with every purchase. One of these, where is it? For the Male Gaze art cards. Very tasteful art cards. So if you can do that, that is absolutely fantastic. And also one more thing. If you subscribe, of course, you get to enter my weekly competitions. The competition right now is for this. Just Dredd, the complete case files. The complete case files of volume 17. This is this issue with it. Well, it's got a bunch of stuff in it, but the main story in it is Judgment Day, which is this guy called Sabat turns up, resurrects the dead, and they overrun mega cities all over the world. So the judges all have to get together. I love it when they get all the different country judges to get together, and then they also throw in Johnny Alpha, Strontium Dog into it. It's written by Garth Ennis. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of freaking fun. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel and in the comments leave the hashtag Sabat Shalom. Not many people have signed up for this one yet, so I might let it run a couple of weeks. But then, if I'm like behind and I have like I haven't given away enough prizes, I think maybe over Christmas we might do like a bonanza, like a whole bonanza of extra competitions, extra prizes. Fine. So let's have a look at this article here by Hugh. Oh, we love him, Hugh Fullerton. Look at that little pudding. Look at that little. Honestly, I didn't think Jodie Whittaker was a terrible actress. I didn't think she was a terrible actress until she took on Doctor Who, which, boy, hasn't been good with the role. Like, just hasn't been good. Like, and look at that face. That face just doesn't, I don't know, inspire anything. I mean, like, you know, if I look at Tom Baker's face, I look at pretty much anybody who's played the Doctor, you get this, like, otherworldliness, the strength, you know. But I guess that all comes from their performance, right? And that's really the thing. That's really the point of this thing, because I think this Dalek redesign that we're going to be talking about, if it wasn't connected to a fundamentally failed era, which this is an absolute awful era, I think I would have been like, yeah, okay, but like I'm just not. I'm just not that excited by anything they do. Fine, so let's read this together. Get the first official look at the Dalek revamp in the new Doctor Who poster. Well, you see, this is another area where they just like screwed up massively. How like how great a piece of marketing would it be if you get a dramatic picture of this new Dalek like firing and release a poster of that? It doesn't seem to me that should be too freaking hard to do, right? And it doesn't give away anything. We all know they're in the show. It's called Revolution of the Daleks, even though Jodie Whittaker didn't know that when she was asked. It still blows my mind. I mean, like it still blows my mind completely. But build up a little bit anticipation, a little bit excitement. They could. There's a lot they could do which they aren't doing. So I don't understand why they're not doing it. I guess is that they don't care. they don't care. Another guess is that they've the powers that be at the BBC know how bad this is going to be and how badly it's going to reflect on them. So the air date that we've been announced sort of is January 1st, not Christmas Day as I thought. I thought they're going for like the 5:20 slot on Christmas Day, which interestingly will put them opposite. What's his name? The companion. Oh, I can't remember. Bradley Walsh in this Chasers Celebrity Edition, which I think would absolutely destroy Doctor Who. But no, so now the strongly rumored. I think it's near definite. The slot for it is 7 p.m. on New Year's Day, which puts it, if the schedules remain the same as they have done for the last few years, will put it against both Emmerdale and Coronation Street. And it's not just any Emmerdale and any Coronation Street, but it'll be like Festive. It'll be New Year's, Emmerdale, and Corrie, which are normally big things that I think that's going to get destroyed. I think it's going to get destroyed either way. Listen, I would love it to get just unbelievably bad ratings, right? I would love that because I really hate this era, and that makes me feel like my hatred feels somewhat justified. I absolutely can't stand it, and I think it'll be kind of funny because I think that's like what we're going to see. Listen, on one hand, I feel. Should I feel bad for the BBC? Should I feel bad for Chris Chibnall for if they have such a massive failure? Because I don't. My normal state is not to revel in somebody else's failure. That's a terrible thing to do, right? That's a terrible thing to say. Should you feel bad? But on the other hand, they're deciding to carry on with this, and it's like it's failed so badly. And there's how badly do you need to fail to carry on? Fine, so let's have a look at these Daleks then, shall we? The Doctor's greatest foe have a new look when John Barrowman's Captain Jack Harkness is bringing back a familiar gadget. Okay, let's see what he's bringing back. So that's the poster. Do you reckon these arrows indicate there's going to be a new title sequence? If it is, it's a good idea because the one they got right now, just everything is bad. Everything is bad. Everything has failed. But I don't know. I really don't know. Fine. Hugh Fullerton. This came out on November 23rd. So I'm 2 days old. We're just a few weeks until the release of Doctor Who's long-awaited Festive special. And by the way, I don't know why I'm kind of intrigued by these new Daleks, because I really don't consider any of this Doctor Who to be Doctor Who. I understand it's made by the BBC, it's officially sanctioned, it's licensed, it's got the words Doctor Who written on it. But my feeling is when you change something fundamentally, like absolutely fundamentally, to be very different in very core ways, then it doesn't matter what you call it. If you change the rules of soccer, for example, that you could use your hand and you could dribble the ball, if they did that, you could call it soccer. I get the FA, the Football Association, can say this is soccer. I think you need the audience to also agree, and I just I was on board if you're new to my channel, I got to tell you, I was on board for there being a female Doctor. I thought it was an interesting idea, and I was excited to see what they would do with it. I didn't expect it to be as awful as it's absolutely been. I don't understand why at the same time, let's make a female Doctor, but let's also make her condescending, preachy, and stupid. This is like the stupidest Doctor. Honestly, if you watch most of the stories, you go, things would have been better had she not turned up, right? It's like, and that's if she does anything at all. Most of the time, it's a misunderstood space bunny or some stupid thing that that Yaz has to deal with, because Yaz is just the bestest ever. Fine.
So, with just a few weeks a long awaited Festive special, the BBC are finally releasing some details about Revolution of the Daleks, confirming the return of John Barrowman's long-standing character, Captain Jack Harkness, which didn't we all just assume was happening? Like, I didn't think that was a reveal. I thought, what? It's like saying the Daleks are in this. Okay. And releasing the first look poster for the new adventure. Honestly, why can they release that poster at Comic-Con, right? Instead of those two insanely boring pictures of Ryan, Yaz, and what's it, Bradley Walsh, whatever his character's name is, sitting around a table, and the other one of the Doctor just not able to break out of prison because she's a moron. Again, the characteristic for this Doctor, they thought first female Doctor, you know what would be good? Let's do something different. Instead of making the Doctor a what was that, iconoclastic moral giant, right? Instead of doing that, with a massive intellect, let's make her a moron and a coward, right? Let's do that, and a conformist, right? Let's do that. That's got to be great. And then let's have her be completely unaware how awful she is and think she's wonderful. She traipses around causing death and destruction wherever she freaking goes. Fine. So, Captain, while there's a lot of excitement will centre around Barrowman's involvement, the poster also notable for another reason. It's the first official look we've had at the redesigned Daleks set to debut winter in the 2020 Doctor Who Christmas special. So they're saying Christmas special. I don't know. Seems to me that the schedule's full right now. The 5:25 slot, I believe, is officially, according to the source I looked at, I believe is officially filled with Strictly Come Dancing Christmas something or other, right? And then it goes straight into Call the Midwife, and then there's no other room, right? Wherever it goes is going to do badly, I think. But again, I'm looking forward to it. It's terrible, but I am looking forward to it. With the Tin Pot Terrors glimpsed at the edge of the frame. Yeah. So before we go forward, let's have a look at what we've seen about these new Daleks, this new redesign. So this was taken from was it Southwark Bridge? And to me, it looks like a much more finished version of the Renaissance Dalek that we saw 2 years ago. So I'll AB them for you. So it looks like the Renaissance Dalek is trying to build itself a version of this body, right? Now, do I like this body? I think if it was another era that wasn't just so awful, I probably would. The Cyberman design, honestly, that Cyberman design for that awful two-part, the one they had at the end, was, I think, the strongest Cyberman design they've ever had in Doctor Who. I want to say positive things and other positive. So so we got these new Daleks there. They look like they're some kind of command class, right? Because you see the gold Dalek with them. Let's look at the picture from Southwark Bridge, right? Southwark Bridge, which is where they took that image from. Let me move this over a little bit. Oh, what? I'm looking at the wrong thing, I think. Okay, no, that goes over there. There we go. Let's move this over a touch. There really wasn't anything else to see. It was just a lamppost. The Southwark Suspension Bridge. I'm seeing one of those new Daleks and 1, 2, 3 bronze Daleks in the background. There's another one, might be bronze. It might be another one of these new ones. I really don't know. Maybe we get a better look. Okay. Okay. And that's basically where we are with those new Daleks. So carry on. Let's see how excited he is. Well, leaked photos have been seen with leaked photos have seen these Daleks in action on set. This is one of the clearest looks we've had at the makeover. Again, they could have released a bunch of posters, like design sketches, design drawings for it. They could have been building up excitement about it. It seems to be they want to bury it. I think they want to bury it because it's going to be bad. It's going to be I had this theory, by the way, when just before Spyfall came out, that they were sort of bracing for impact because they eventually they were when they saw the Timeless Children, which just destroyed the franchise. It was one of the biggest mistakes I think Doctor Who has ever made. But again, it's so fundamentally different. I personally don't consider this to be Doctor Who. I've edited Jodie out of Twice Upon a Time. And if Doctor Who ever comes back in a watchable fashion, which maybe, I hope it will, I'll find some way of, in my head canon, of just erasing all this nonsense. So I can enjoy Doctor Who, essentially. But, honestly, they need... I think they've started to realise that the less you show the current era of Doctor Who, the more you get fan support. I think Time Lord Victorious is kind of like the biggest and biggest display of that possible. Even though, oh God, I wish I could have run that for them, because I could have done such a better job. I really, really could have done so. It's not hard to do worse a job. Really, it was a good idea, just done badly. Which seemed to hark back to the silhouette created by the homemade Recon Dalek seen in the 2019 Special Resolution, while adding a glossier, more modern finish. Let me think. Resolution. I haven't gone back to watch it. I mean, I can't watch any of these things again. I hate watching them the first time round. They're really, truly, truly awful, right? They're truly awful. Resolution, I think, was probably one of the best of that first season. Would I be interested in seeing it again? No, I honestly... Is this era ever going to be remembered? Like Star Trek Discovery. Is Star Trek Discovery ever going to be remembered, or is it just going to disappear down the memory hole? I think... listen, it's weird. You kind of seeing the Star Wars sequel trilogy already disappeared down the memory hole. Like, nobody really thinks about Rise of Skywalker. Hasn't really made a mark at all. I don't think this is probably going to be the same. More modern finish. Let's have a look. See what I've got to say. Notably, the bronze look of Daleks, bronze look of the usual post 2005 Dalek design, and the rusty bodywork of Recon Dalek have been dropped in favor of a shiny matte back covering. It can't be shiny and matte black, right? Shiny is gloss, and black. And matte is not shiny, right? Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm being a bit of a dick, because here, let's just look at this again. You can see we'll go over here, which is a better option. Just like you Fuller, can you learn to bloody right? Yeah, okay, the balls. The Dalek balls are shiny. Most everything else is matte black. I think, yeah, fine. It's like shiny and matte black. I don't know, two-tone, whatever you want to call it. Carrying Dalek armor, with the Dalek's heads bathed from within with an eerie blue light that's also new. So says, yeah, that looks... Here, we're going to see... Did they have a picture of it? Yeah, you can see him here. Yeah, it looks really bad, right? It just looks really freaking bad. I don't know. I just like... And again, that Sideman design, I think the best Sidemen we've ever seen in Doctor Who, right? I would love to see more of them. Just not with Jodie Whittaker, obviously, or Chris Chibnall. For a better look at this new design, fans may have to wait a little longer. Yeah, of course, because Chris Chibnall has nothing but disdain for the fans. Like, absolutely nothing but disdain. It's like there's been no promotion. It's beyond me. It's absolutely beyond me. Only crop version Daleks can be seen in the poster, but it's definitely a stark departure from the Daleks that the fans are used to in recent years, and will be sure to create a real splash when they're finally unveiled properly. I don't know. I don't think any of this stuff is making a bit of a splash. I think if this was good, I think if Jodie Whittaker wasn't condescending and an idiot at the same time, and had like some kind of agency... maybe if the actual stories were good, but they're not. They're turgid. They are absolutely awful. Yeah, I've been thinking about what is the correlation between somebody having a very progressive social justice warrior politics, as Christian likes to scream from the rooftops that he has. What's the correlation between that and being absolutely terrible at your job, doing a terrible job? Like, because it seems to be that's what goes on. Like, whenever somebody like screams about identity politics, then they are unable to write Star Trek, Doctor Who, or whatever. It's weird. So here's what I think it is, right? Here's what I think it is. You've got to be an utter moron, utter moron, to believe in all these causes that these social justice warriors believe in, right? You got to be an utter moron to think that the Western world is an intrinsically racist society. It's the least racist society in the history of humanity, right? It's like you've got to be an utter moron to believe in this fallacy that people are oppressed because of their identity. It's just nonsense, right? And if you are a moron,
probably speaking, you are probably going to be bad at your job as well. Because, you need to be a bit of a smarty to be able to write. But again, look at these Daleks. They just look bad. The eye stalk looks bad. Like, I don't know. Chris General, every bit of creative judgment he has is a bad one. Now, is this a current picture of John Barrowman, or is this an old picture of John Barrowman? To me, it looks like it might be a bit of an older one. I mean, he's a bit pudgy. I mean, listen, fantastic shape, very, very good-looking guy, but he's a bit pudgier now than he was, back in the day. The revamped Daleks aren't the only technological detail you can to pull out the poster. Eagle Eyes fans have noticed in the poster shop Barrow's Jack Harkness is back building a couple of his trademark gadgets, namely his wrist-mounted vortex manipulator. Is he? That looks like a watch to me. I don't know. I could be. Okay, if you say... Oh, there it is on it. Fine. Okay, there's a vortex manipulator and the handheld sonic cannon, where both gizmos will play a key part in we're sure both gizmos will play a key part in battling the Daleks in the finished episode. Maybe, or this might be a picture from the Doctor Dancers, which is when he had those gizmos. Maybe, who knows? Who cares? Who cares? I mean, that's really well. Overall, this episode looks to be a hit with anyone desperately obsessed with Doctor Who tech and gadgetry. No. I'm obsessed by Doctor Who. I'm obsessed by Doctor Who tech and gadgetry. This episode is not looking to be a hit, right? And I think most people out there watching this video are also obsessed with Doctor Who and Doctor Who tech and gadgetry, and they also going, yeah, not so much for me, mate. Given that this applies to most Doctor Who fandom, yeah, but also most Doctor Who fandom don't like the current era of Doctor Who. We're sure there'll be a lot to discuss when it finally releases. Yeah, this is what we're going to discuss: how bad it is and how badly it did. Like, we're going to discuss the terrible ratings. That's what I'm kind of looking forward to, much more than watching the turgid episode. So there you go. Dalek designs. The Daleks are coming. Who cares? I hope they can save Chris Chibnall. Once again, go. Click the link below. Sign up for my on the email list of my Indiegogo. You get one of these gorgeous art cards if you make any purchase. And let me tell you, the graphic novels are pretty darn good. I'm telling you, especially if you like British tele-fantasy. There's one called The Imperium, which you'll probably like. But yeah, again, just go. It's all on the page. Go and check it out. My name is Cena Beck, and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.